Earlier in the show, we looked at plans for a bold new industry below Queensland's Western Darling Downs. But when it comes to working those rich farmlands, melons are one of the big money spinners around Chinchilla. Melon growers created a festival 17 years ago to buoy spirits during one of the worst droughts to hit the district. This year, it served a different purpose, to boost stocks after the worst floods since the 1940s, as Emma Pollard reports. After a cruel summer, Chinchilla's residents and guests were ready to let loose. Locals say there's nothing quite like melon skiing to lift the spirits.
It was so much fun.
It's not an easy sport to master.
Hold on for dear life.
Even the little ones had a go. Melon bungee has to be seen to be believed. The slightly less adventurous took in a street parade. Families and friends came together.
We love all of it.
Visitors tasted the region's bounty.
Yum.
And farmers kicked back to relax with friends.
Great day. Every day's a good day in Queensland.
That cockeyed optimism was severely tested in many parts of the Sunshine State over summer, and none more so than in Chinchilla. Just after Christmas, it was struck by the worst flooding in almost 70 years. More than 100 homes and businesses had water through them.
This recovery will be slow for those that are hit real bad. Some houses have got to be, some have had to be condemned after the floods. Not many, but some have, and others are going to take quite a long time before they'll get them fully repaired.
Roger Boschhammer's farm went under 3 times.
Well, the first flood killed them up there. The second one made sure they were dead, and then the third one just washed all the fruit away.
His livelihood was either swept down the condamine or left in the paddock to rot.
And I guess the hardest part is we were so close, it was just there. And prices were good, crop looked great, and it was there. But we're on a floodplain, so accept the consequences or don't do it.
Months later, the clean-up continues.
How you going, Jamie?
Yeah, it's going up. It's coming up, well, not too bad.
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah,
It's estimated 85% of the area's melon crop was severely damaged. And in Chinchilla, when the melon growers are hurting, so does everyone else.
They're a very big employer of pickers and people around here. Transport industry would be affected too, because we have refrigerated trucks going out of here day after day after day. And of course the economy then, melon's a very expensive crop to grow, so all the horticultural people would have been relying on these crops too. So no, it's a very big impact.
About a quarter of Australia's melons are grown around Chinchilla, so consumers also took a hit with higher prices at the checkout.
Initially, when they were first wiped out, that's when the Australian market depends on melons from Chinchilla, and it created massive shortages in rock melons, watermelons and honeydew melons. And that was sort of sustained for a few weeks. But when the flood hit Brisbane, I suppose it was nulled out a bit because the market was shut, but there was still massive shortages of melons right through that time as well.
Yet throughout it all, growers kept their sense of humour. The Davies family has the Midas touch when it comes to big melons. 4 years ago, they set an Australian record by growing an 87-kilo monster. This summer, they lost 50% of their commercial crop in the floods, but they still found time to build this levee to protect their huge competition melons from being swamped.
Yeah, it was very. They actually had to go along and shovel dirt on the top of the bank to keep the water out, and they had a submersible pump going as well. So, they just managed to save it. Very lucky.
But the size is all for show. The monster melons certainly aren't the sweetest.
Yeah, they're a totally different variety. I don't really know what the use really is. It's just a novelty thing, really, I think.
With their precious cargo cut and safely secured, it was off to the melon weigh-in.
Get your foot off it. We've only got 8 melons this year, which is very disappointing. The rest of us, most of us haven't got a melon, they've been washed away. But we've got 8, so it'll be good. We hope somebody really comes in from outside, a big home gardener with a big one.
Despite their efforts, the Davies family was pipped at the post by a friendly rival.
Good, buddy.
So how does it feel to be the winner?
Oh, pretty good. I've been trying for about 8 years to beat Matty Davies, who's been the champion for the last couple of years.
Despite all of the craziness of events like melon bungee and melon skiing, there is a serious side to this festival. It helps promote the melon industry and injects vital tourism dollars into the region. And it's a region that needs all the help it can get.
I don't think there's too many ATMs left here at the moment that have got money left in them, but which is great because it all stimulates the economy.
But it's the boost to morale that's priceless.
Well, obviously the ordeals over the last 6 weeks have been quite horrendous across our region. This is their escape. This is wonderful for the spirit of the community. And as you can see, every organisation's involved here across our whole community, but they're extremely, very proud of our region, and it's great to be part of it.
Chinchilla will take years to fully recover, but there are already new crops in the ground, and the follow-up rain has brought optimism that the future can only get better.
3 big floods in a period of 4 weeks was, yeah, I mightn't see it again. The last flood that was comparable to this time at the height was in 1942, which is, yeah, that's a while ago. So if it takes that long for the next one, well, I won't see it. I'd like to. Might be a grumpy old man by then.